started to work better as the match went along.
Yeah, in the start of the second set, I looked at Bergen and we both agreed we're just going to see-ball, hit ball. It sounds cheesy, but it really works, especially for me. I have to remind myself of that when I start overthinking it a little bit too much, and that's what I was doing in the first set for sure. So we looked at each other, we said we're not worried about it, we're just going to see-ball, hit ball, and it really started going from there. And then when Campbell came in, she was just firing the ball and did an awesome job getting it to the middle. So also kudos to her because it was really easy to get hot from there.
And over the last few matches, you've hit under 250. What is it like just to look a little bit more like yourself tonight?
It's better. I mean, I know I haven't been attacking the best, but I think that also comes with trying new things. And I'm working with Brennan right now, and all the middles actually we're just trying new routes, trying new arm swing mechanics. So it's going to come with failure, and I have to remind myself of that, and it's very early in the season. So I'm not too worried about it. I think in the position that I'm in, I still have an opportunity to get back to the old Andy, but I think also we're playing a really high level of volleyball, and I have to remind myself I'm probably not going to hit 600 every single game. So, just staying patient, trusting the process, and then trusting my team too, because I know that they have my back regardless of what I'm hitting.
Campbell, Danny made a lot of lineup changes in the second and third set, and you guys just kind of kept rolling. What does that say about this team that there's zero drop-off when you sub a lot?
I think that just shows our versatility and how it's 17 strong and how everyone is going to contribute this season and how everyone is good enough to contribute this season. And I think that if we stay together and we all contribute our ways, it'll be a really good season.
Andy, what impressed you most about Campbell?
Everything. No, truly, Campbell just has a very calm but fiery demeanor on the court, if that makes sense. But she's just a great presence to have, especially as a setter, and she gets people the ball, which as a middle, it's awesome. You can always guarantee that Campbell's going to set you whether she's on or off. So I think that makes her super special as a setter, and then also just the way that she lifts up her teammates. You can tell that you have that ultimate trust with her, which is, again, like super special to have as a setter. So a lot of things, but just how competitive she is and her presence on the court is super special.
Hey Campbell, in high school you're one of the best players in the nation, so you're not used to sitting out. What have you learned from watching Bergen while you've been able to sit out a little bit and just get better off the court?
I've learned so much from her. She's a great role model even on the court and off the court. I think she's a great leader, so I'm learning a little bit more about leading the team and in that aspect leadership. But also just her overall game, her defense, her blocking, and her setting is really good. So just trying to be more of an overall player because I'm good at setting, but I definitely need to work on my defense and blocking. So I think just through practice, it's really helped too, just watching her block, set, or dig, and just it's helped me become an overall better player.
Campbell, does Danny talk before the match about if circumstances are right, trying to play a lot of players in the match, and does that help everyone stay engaged?
Yes, I think even if she doesn't, she usually does, but if she doesn't, everyone on the bench is still ready to go whenever she calls someone's name.
Andy, yesterday you guys got honored for the championship, Big Ten championship on the field. You got interviewed on the network, and also I saw you speaking with John Cook. Can you talk about that experience?
Yeah, I was just saying hi, asking how his horses were. He told me that he has 5 cattle that he's selling, and he seems to be living the dream. So it was really good to check up on him and say hi. I think he's doing pretty well. And then he told me that he'd be announcing this game, I think. So we talked about that a little bit, but it was really good to catch up with him, see how he's doing, and just chit-chat,
Final questions? I guess Campbell just, playing and starting in high school, just how do you kind of get your mind right knowing that you might come in mid-match for Bergen?
I think just always being ready and encouraging everyone and just being a really good teammate, either if it's on the bench or on the court, just being ready whenever they need me.
Andy, on Friday, I saw some moms wearing some wigs. Can you explain that?
Yeah, that's our annual mom wig night. They started it last year, and we were talking about it with our team because I think Danny said that she's going to do it next year too, which I think would be awesome, and they would love if she did that. But we had a lot more moms contribute this year, so it was really fun to see because you just saw little specks of green and blue and pink in the crowd. It's super fun for them. So.
Who started it?
Good question. The moms last year. I don't know who started it specifically, but it's a tradition I would assume now.
Andy, how would you say you guys served tonight?
Well, for myself personally, poor. But I think as a team overall, we're really trying to serve the ball harder and have that better like ace to error ratio. So I think with that comes those errors, but I think we have good intention trying to serve the ball harder and serve teams off the court. So like I said, with that is going to come errors, but we're definitely being more intentional with serving more aggressively in the seams and at players and targets.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions?
Coach, swept back games. How's that feel?
Great. And not everybody gets to win. We always say it's hard to win, and to win in that fashion against anybody is pretty impressive.
How did you see the offense really take off in the second set?
How? Oh, well, thought we were pretty aggressive. Our setters made great choices, and I think we were trying to bounce balls in that first game and got blocked a couple times, and then after that, it's pretty seamless.
I know you had said you were trying to pick up serving lately. What do you do in practice to try to improve that, or is it more of a strategy change during a match?
No, we just practice more serving, so. I
Good.
don't know, just more time. We try to give them different drills and different targets and try to get their mindset not necessarily on the actual serve, but something else. So I thought it was a little bit better, but we still have a room to improve there for sure. It's also an individual thing. Like they got to spend time by themselves and take the time to get in the gym and work on it on their own.
How would you assess how Campbell played today?
I thought she was awesome. So to come in, Cole didn't play on Friday night. She ran a great offense and felt like we were humming, and she was super confident out there.
A match like this, just like how much in the locker room, maybe your conversations pre-match about how many players you're going to play, or just the depth going into it in terms of getting the players ready?
We don't really talk about it before the game because you never know how a match is going to go and the flow, and but we talk about it in practice all week, and we mix teams all week and make sure everybody's playing with everybody. So when we do decide to make a change, everybody feels comfortable and it's not something that they haven't done before. But yeah, we don't necessarily have a plan going in. It's a little bit more by feel and flow, and maybe we want to get some players more confidence. Maybe we want to get some players more experience. So it just depends.
How do you feel like T played in the front row today?
She's good. She's probably got more attempts than she has yet. She played a little bit in the front row against Kentucky, and I thought, again, just like Campbell, she was really confident out there. And it's fun, too, when we told her she was staying in. She's like, oh, yay. She gets excited. So it's fun to see them have that excitement and then play great.
Anything else? You got leads early on in all 3 sets. I mean, what did you see from the players that really helped you guys get off to such great starts?
They were really focused, and we really didn't play great on Friday night. And when we went back and watched the film, it was even worse than it felt, which is rare. Usually when you watch film, it's better than you think. And I thought it was, again, worse. And so our team just did a great job of owning up to that and then coming out expecting to play better and holding each other a little more accountable, especially at the start of each set.
What were the biggest areas that you saw on tape against Wright State that you wanted to improve?
Just the kills that Wright State got were, we were just sloppy and a little bit lazy. And it was good that they recognized it too. It wasn't just the coaches being like, that was lazy. The players did too. And I could tell today they were a little more engaged.
Do you contribute that to playing down to the level of competition or just an off night?
No, I don't think it's necessarily playing down. I don't feel like this team takes anybody for granted. A little bit of an off night, first game in Devaney, so maybe there's a little bit of nerves. And, we're still fighting for positions. So I think that, yes, we knew we were probably going to beat Wright State, but they're still fighting individually to keep their positions, and so that creates a different type of nerves.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Thanks.